Hey, what's up? It's Dave here from the Matt and Dave Show, thanking you for listening and reminding you to like, share, and subscribe if you like what you hear. I think you will, but you know, I'm biased.
He's Dave. I'm Matt, and this is the Matt and Dave Show.
It's the Matt and Dave Show.
Coming at you
Live!
pre-taped, live in a taped version.
You know, taped. Everything's live, though. Everything's live until it's not live.
That's true.
I guess? I don't know.
Well, I guess you say live because it's happening at that moment.
Yeah, I guess
And
in front of like a live studio. I don't know.
Live has this kind of like this era about it where you can mess up. So people are more likely to watch. Like, hey, we're all, we can go through and edit this. I can say whatever I want right now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
As crappy as I want to say anything.
That's true. We could edit it. That's true.
And you can edit it out. Nobody would ever know. But if this was live,
that's a good point.
I'm a wild card.
You're always a wild card.
You got to have your finger on the censor button.
Oh. You're like Richard Pryor hosting SNL.
That's exactly.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
You're completely.
I think SNL has, what do they have, like a 5-minute delay because of that, just in case?
Is it a? No, they don't.
There is a delay.
There is not a delay.
Sam
Rockwell dropped an F-bomb last week.
Did he really?
Yes.
I missed that.
There's no delay.
Wow.
Yeah. They put.
Obviously, they edit that out for the West Coast feed.
Yeah. But they put Pryor on a delay, but he's one of the few instances where I know that they did that.
Wow.
I think Andrew Dice Clay was on a delay as well.
That makes more sense too.
But no, Sam Rockwell dropped a complete F-bomb.
Oh, wow.
You see everybody like, damn it.
Well, they're on at midnight though. They can get away with it. Look, who cares?
Dude, I'm telling you, it's cool now.
To curse?
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
It is. After in that time slot, you can fucking say whatever the fuck you want.
Comedy Central has been playing South Park the movie at like 2 a.m. for years now.
Oh, yeah.
Uncut.
Dude, Happy is full on uncensored.
Really?
Well, you know what? I take that back.
What time does Happy come
watch
on?
it comes on at 11, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
But you know what? I watch it on the app, so they may not censor it on the app.
Oh, there you go.
They may not censor it on the app.
That could be it.
But honestly, you could censor all the language out of that show, and it's still well past. Well fucking past.
I still haven't watched it yet.
Oh, God. Oh, dude, it's so fucked up.
Is it good?
Yo, it's great.
It's still good. What episode they're on now?
The season finale's next week.
How many episodes has it been?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
like 6, 8?
Yeah. I think it was like a run of like 8. It was like, it's a short season.
I love those short seasons.
I know you do. I know you do.
Actually, that was part of the process I had. So I'm trying to go through my long list of Netflix queue.
Yes.
Because I've got tons of stuff, and I'm sick of seeing...
Would you say nothing under 60? Nothing under 50?
Oh, yeah, that was my... Did we talk about that last week?
Yeah, we did.
Nothing under 60%.
Nothing under 60, yeah.
I actually went through this week, and I gutted out a lot of stuff.
Nice.
Stuff that was questionable anyway.
Huh.
I thought, back when I was younger, when like I was working in Blockbuster days,
yes.
like I would look at the cover of a VHS box, be like, oh, I like these people, I like all these actors, I like the description, I'll take it home and watch it. No big deal.
Sure.
9 times out of 10, I would like the crappy movie. Nowadays, I just don't have time for all those crappy movies because there's so many crappy movies that I'd rather watch the good stuff. Anyway.
That makes sense.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
I thought so. So I got out a lot of the stuff that was on my queue, but I've been going through my queue. Yeah, trim the fat. But I'm going through my queue, and I'm like, now I'm looking at it going, okay, how many episodes of this are there? Because I don't want to get super invested because I got a lot of things I got to get through. Sure. Like I'm not going to watch a 24-episode season of something. I'm not going to start watching, I don't know, I'm trying to think of one of the shows like Twin Peaks. I'm not going to watch Twin Peaks. I know it's 2 seasons, but it's long. And the new season isn't on. I got to have access to that because I want to watch it all. Yep. All that stuff. And I've never seen Twin Peaks.
I have not.
Right. So
seen Twin Peaks.
It's in my queue before everybody starts blowing up, getting crazy, saying, I can't believe you've never seen Twin Peaks. I want to watch it.
I think I might have seen Fire Walk with Me.
The movie?
Yeah. I think I may have seen that.
See, that's something I'd like to know, too. Should I watch the series first?
Yeah.
Than the movie?
I don't know.
Probably. I don't know.
I don't know the rules, man.
Somebody asked me the other day about like how you watch Star Wars, and I said, well, you should watch it the way that it's released, because that's the way that it was.
Yes.
The story was told.
Yes.
You know, they made the prequels based on like all of this knowledge that you'd have of knowing what happened.
Yes.
So
you watch the prequels first.
Right.
You're really destroying the good parts of the good movies.
Absolutely. Yeah, then you get bored of them. And you're like, I don't want to watch any more Star Wars by the time you get to mid episode 2. Yeah. Anyway, so
this is terrible. Click.
we're talking about the length of stuff. Yeah, so I'm watching. I'm deciding what I'm going to watch.
Sometimes we can talk about the width of it. Sometimes we can talk about the girth of it. But yes, let's talk about the length of it.
Oh man, you had to go there.
I did.
So I decided I was going to start watching the IT crowd, or the IT crowd, or however you say it. I say the IT crowd. Because it's only like 6 episode seasons, and there's only like 3 or 4 seasons in the last series. I'm sorry, it's a BBC, so it's a series. There's 3 series, and then the 4th series is 1 episode. So I was like, all right, I can knock this out in about 5 hours, no problem.
Sure.
It's a lot better than a 24 episode, 1 hour long episode season. So that's the way that I go now. I love the short seasons. 6, 8, even 10 episodes is great. Even when I was watching The Punisher, I think The Punisher was 13 episodes. I thought it could have been probably 3 episodes shorter.
Really?
And I loved The Punisher.
I'm glad you watched The Punisher.
I loved The Punisher. Well, I mean, I was always going to watch it. It's just a matter of time.
I know.
I loved The Punisher.
It's great, man.
It was fantastic, and I want more Punisher stories. But even I was like, probably could go.
I thought it was good. I thought it was a good length.
No, I thought 3 episodes shorter. I think
really?
I think it could have been shorter. I think I could have cut out the whole bit about the guy, the guy who was dealing with
PTSD. Mm-hmm. You know what? I
liked it. I did. I liked that line, but I was just like, let's just get on with it.
I liked that spot, and I would fight to keep that in there, and I could see why people would fight to keep that in there, just because it really shows you how fine a line Frank Castle really walks.
Sure, absolutely.
Like that really shows you what fucking rails you are on to sympathize with this character, because you deviate in the slightest. You're like, well, that's reprehensible, and that dude was not that far off in the slightest. From what Frank Castle is on. Like, it is a fucking needle thread,
but I think
to make that character work.
But if you look at it, though, the reasons, his motivations for the things that he does have to do with his family, not the PTSD.
I understand that, but his actions, though.
But I liked what they did with Micro.
Oh, I fucking love what they did with Micro.
How they, they're basically the same guy, but they had the opposite thing happen to them.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
He leaves, his family gets murdered, but he leaves his family, so his family doesn't get murdered. So now he has to step in. So, I like that.
It's good.
I think that was what they should have focused on this season. If they wanted to do that whole, here's the line, but with the PTSD, you could do that in the 2nd season.
All right.
Now, I'm not saying that was a bad storyline. I loved it. I loved that. I loved everything. It was great. I just thinking, maybe we can focus on just tighten the story just a little bit more.
Tight.
Just a little tight.
Just tighten.
Just tighten.
I can't say, but tight. I wish we were doing the drinking game.
That was nice. It was a
Knocked Up
reference.
Yeah.
Alan Tudyk.
I fucking love Alan Tudyk. Well, I'm glad you finally watched it. I dug the shit out of it.
Yeah,
I really did. And people were fucking, and so there were some there's some Punisher purists that were upset that there wasn't enough senseless, murderous violence. Mm-hmm. Which I could see. As that's kind of his hallmark, his calling card.
Yeah.
People were saying that he was much more Punisher in the Daredevil season than he was in his own show. But I liked how they fleshed it out.
Yeah.
I really liked, because that makes much for a more compelling show.
You can't have a show where the lead character is just killing people.
Yeah, it's not like hourly murder porn.
Right.
Which is what people wanted. They really just wanted.
You can't do that for 13 hours.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. There has to be something else.
And you have to remember too that the Punisher is not a A-level character. Like people, he's not. But no. Whoa. He's not like not Spider-Man or the X-Men or Iron Man. Like he's everybody knows those characters. Not everybody knows the Punisher. He's more like, I would say he's a B level.
Yeah, okay, he's a strong B.
He's a B level.
So
you need to bring people into his story.
I agree. Look, I understand that.
And I even said to you, like, I was shocked and surprised at how they gave him so many levels.
Oh yeah,
and interesting levels.
Oh, I absolutely agree.
Like I was rooting. I wanted him to, kill all those people.
Oh yeah,
like I wanted to see their blood and guts on the floor because how I felt about Frank.
Yep.
I felt for him, man.
Yeah.
Every time they showed his wife getting her brains shot out.
Oh god.
Like I was like, and his reaction to that.
Yeah.
Like it was gut wrenching, and I was like, dude, shoot that! I don't even care, man. Squeeze that dude's eyeballs out of his skull. I don't care.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It really does give you that payoff, I think. Like that build up and the payoff to justify, the amount of violence.
I agree.
That goes through. Honestly, you could do it with you could have done it without it, and like people would have been just as happy. But I like that they took the time to give you that build up and that payout.
I agree.
That real like ebb and flow of it. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it. I absolutely enjoyed it. The wife loved it.
Did she really?
Oh God, she loved it.
Yeah.
She loves that character.
Yeah.
And I think she loves that character because she sees a lot of herself in that character. Not in the senseless violence way, but in the sheer will and dedication. And that is his superpower.
Right, yeah.
His superpower is his absolute fucking commitment to do what he believes is right and now.
Yeah.
You see very few, Superman wavers. Superman has doubts.
Mm-hmm.
The Punisher never, he's like, oh no. No matter what the situation is, the Punisher knows in the bottom of his fucking heart that he needs to put a bullet between the eyes of bad people.
Mm-hmm.
Any situation you present him, his solution will be to put a bullet between the eyes of bad people.
Mm-hmm.
Unwaveringly, unflinchingly. He's like, oh yeah, this is easy. Clang, 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 clang.
Right.
See, look at this.
Right.
End of the world, fuck it. Clang, 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 clang.
Which is what made him, his character so pivotal in the Civil War comic book series.
Yes. Oh yeah.
When he comes in, it was like, Tony, you're acting a fool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he is not a character who should ever get along with Captain America.
No, but he has such a love and respect for Captain America.
Right, exactly.
Well, to the point where I'm going to spoil a little of Civil War comic if you haven't read it, so I apologize. So there's some ish that happens in the Civil War. So Tony Stark's team starts recruiting some villains, letting them out.
Yep.
To help with their cause. So these other villains are like, wait a minute, we could go help the other side. This seems like a great idea. Sure, we're notorious criminals, but we'll go waltz into Captain America's house and and we'll talk about it and it'll be great.
Yeah.
So these two guys, I don't even remember who they are. They're like, hey, we're here to help. They're all and they're drawn so happy and willing to help. And so it's one panel of them bursting through the door like, guys, hey, what's up? We heard you need some help. And the next panel is they are dead. They are full of bullets and they are dead because they are criminals and the Punisher saw them and he had guns on him. It is that quick. And people are just freaking the fuck out dude, what the fuck? He's like, it's who I am. Mm-hmm. And then there's this poignant moment with Captain America and him because Captain America starts beating the shit out of the Punisher and the Punisher will not fight back. Mm-mm. He refuses to fight back because he believes so much in, he respects Captain America to the point. It's so cool, but it is so who the fuck the Punisher is.
But then when Captain America gets his shit fucked up, he takes Captain America back to his team and joins Team Cap.
Yeah. It's,
because Tony's crossed some moral lines.
Yeah. But even in the new comics where it's the evil empire Captain America, the Punisher is totally Team Cap Hydra.
Really?
Because he gave him carte blanche to do what he wants.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, you want to kill criminals? Hail Hydra. Go get them. I believe in you.
Wow.
And he just does it with impunity because that's who he is at his core. You let him loose. He's like, I will support that. I will support you. Make people safe. And I get to fucking load up bad guys with spare ammunition.
But yeah, no, he's full Team Hydra in that.
Wow.
So, yeah, he's a complicated character.
I can't even keep up with what's going on in the Marvel comics right now.
So there is actually... I don't.
You read the Wikipedia page, though.
I'll do the Wikipedia, and there's a dude. I think it's Comic Books Explained. He does YouTube channels of recaps.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He'll like explain what's going on in the story and why it matters, and then if they cite something, he'll explain what they're citing and why they're citing it.
Oh, wow.
He's got a cool voice, and he has these great visuals of the panels that go along with it.
Oh, that's cool.
It's why I know the entire Cap Hydra storyline.
I should check that out.
Yeah, you really should.
Yeah.
I mean, he does a wonderful job of it.
Yeah, I ain't got no time to be reading all those comic books.
No.
But I want to stay plugged in and know what's going on.
Right. No, yeah. But that's it. I mean, that's the only reason I know any of that is because I watched this dude's YouTube videos. I'll put it on the Facebook page. It's worth a watch. It definitely, like, if you're home, or even if you can just listen to it too. I mean, it's better when you watch it, but you can just listen to it.
Yeah.
That's totally worth, keeps it conversational.
Huh.
I sound like I know what the fuck I'm talking about, and I haven't read any of those comics.
Right.
Except for Civil War. I did read Civil War. I own Civil
The original
War.
Civil War.
I do own the original Civil War.
Well, there are some graphic novels and stories that you should just read because
absolutely.
Cool. But I'm not down with the whole Secret Empire and
it's not bad.
The DC Doomsday Clock thing now.
Oh, see, I don't know. I don't know the DC Doomsday Clock one yet, but
where they're marrying the Watchmen.
No, I know the premise behind it, but I was a little poo pooey about the Secret Empire until I got the free one on Comic Book Day.
Yeah,
and I was like, okay, that's actually a little interesting. And then I listened to it, and I was like, oh god, that was actually kind of good.
Yeah,
I really liked where. Like, I don't know if I would have enjoyed the journey as much had I been drawn out over like a month and a half. Like, because there's some points where you're like, oh God, that makes me feel uncomfortable. Like,
right.
I don't like a lot of the way this makes me feel inside. But I didn't have to sit on that feeling for all but a minute and a half when he tells me what happens in the next comic. You know what I mean? Like,
that's why I think graphic novels are the way to go.
Yeah.
Wait till the collection comes out and then just read the whole entire story.
Yeah, that's tough. I don't know if I could sit on some of those choices for a while.
It's like binging your Netflix.
Yes, that's what graphic novels are. Yeah,
that's exactly
they're comic binges.
There you go.
Oh, that's good.
That's the way to do it.
That's really good.
I hope we just turn some people on to reading comic books by making that comparison.
Yeah, graphic novel. Like, I'm not I love the stories. I'm not into like just owning a massive fuck ton of dead trees and comics.
And it's so hard now because some of them now are bi-monthly, some of them are bi-weekly. Like, there are some titles out there DC are doing twice a month. There are some that they only do once every other month. It's just it's like hard to keep up, and there's different.
We're too old. We don't have time.
Right, like, and then there's like different titles. I mean, Batman himself has like 4 or 5 different titles himself, and then there's all of the different Bat families and all. Just I can't keep up with it all.
There's so much.
There is.
So
that's why graphic novels are good, because they keep the stories tight. Just tight it up. Just tight.
Oh God,
we amuse ourselves.
We do.
Man, I've been watching a lot of Netflix lately too, man. I watched 2 other things on my Netflix list. One that's been on there forever, and one that is recent. I watched The Toys That Made Us.
Oh yes. Yes.
Did you watch it?
I only watched the Mattel one. The Star Wars.
The Star Wars one. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what I did too. But I just watched the He-Man and the G.I. Joe ones as well.
Oh.
Which are really cool. But then I watched Electric Boogaloo. I'm sorry, not Electric. Yeah, Electric Boogaloo.
Breakin' 2.
No.
Breakin' 2 is Electric Boogaloo.
No, it was it was the documentary.
Oh.
About that production company, Canon, who made Breakin'.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's the whole story about the 2 Israeli guys who started that company.
Oh, no shit.
And all of how it leads up to because they started doing these exploitation films of all these sex films and everything had nudity and blood and guts and gore, and they did all of the Chuck Norris ninja movies and Death Wish
Braddock
2 and 3,
Missing in Action,
all of those. Yeah.
But
then I was surprised to find out that they did Masters of the Universe.
Oh, it's so good.
You like that movie?
And I'll I'll tell you why I
because they talk about that in not only do they talk about that in this documentary, obviously, but they talk about it in the He-Man episode of The Toys That Made Us.
Oh, do they really?
And they say that's pretty much was the nail in the coffin of the
what
Masters
killed
of the Universe.
it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, because they were trying to like keep like the toy line was starting to kind of die down a little bit. So they were like, all right, let's make the movie and like let's bring it back because one of the things that you have to do is make these stories relevant, keep these characters relevant in people's lives.
Yeah, no.
And the live action movie was the next step.
Yeah.
And the movie came out and it was like, well, where are all these colorful characters that we know and love?
Right. Well, they skipped right to the Star Trek 4 of that series.
Exactly.
They really did. They were
we wanted to see Eternia, and we wanted to see Ram Man, and we wanted to see what was
Cyclops.
the dude? Right. And and the dude with the Stratos and all these
and
guys.
the Empress and
and then we got
Cringer.
And what did we get? We got Courtney Cox on Earth with a midget and a key.
Yeah.
And I love Courtney Cox.
Yeah. No,
specifically 80s, 90s Courtney Cox.
No, I understand.
That's not the way that it goes. But yeah, so this company made Master of the Universe.
Right.
And they made Superman 4.
Oh God.
And they made the the way that they got Christopher Reeve to do it was because it was his idea to have the storyline of, Superman saving the planet and ridding the world of nuclear weapons.
Yep.
That was his thing. So that was, but that's why Superman 4 is so much different from the other ones because it was this B movie company who came in and made Superman 4. Right. And if you look at some of these earlier movies that they did, you'll see the comparisons. I see why that was made.
Do you know the name of the company? Do you remember the name of it?
Canon is the name of the production company. They also made Over the Top.
Oh my God, I love that.
I loved it too, and it was so shocking to me to learn that they made Over the Top because it does not fit into any of these movies. But the reason why they made Over the Top is because they were starting to kind of their money was catching up with them. So they were these were the guys who basically invented the pre-sale financing.
Oh.
They would attach a star, they would make a movie poster, they would sell the distribution rights overseas. That's how they got the movie funded. Right?
Right.
I don't think it's the way that's traditionally done now. But that's the way that they did it. They would make a movie poster, they would put Chuck Norris on it and say American Ninja and here's all this action.
Wow, dude.
And
is that Michael Dudikoff in American Ninja?
Yes. Yes, because then that was the thing. They wanted to put Chuck Norris in it.
Sure.
But he was like, I'm not going to cover my face. And when you put Chuck Norris in a movie, you're not going to cover his face.
Right.
So that's why they got this guy.
Michael Dudikoff, yeah. I love those movies.
But so anyway, towards the end of the 80s, they started kind of running out of money because the movies, they made so many damn movies.
Yeah, they did.
And they all failed. They couldn't keep up with, they weren't making money off of the movies.
Oh my God, they did 52 Pickup as well?
Yes.
Oh my God.
They signed Sylvester Stallone to a $20 million deal to do Over the Top.
Oh my God.
Which basically was Rocky on arm wrestling.
Yes.
Now, okay, so of the three movies I just mentioned, Over the Top,
yes,
Superman 4, and Master of the Universe.
Yeah.
Which of those movies had the highest budget? This is a good trivia question for you.
This is a good trivia question.
Which of those three
Over
movies
the Top
do you think had the highest budget?
I
Masters of the Universe.
I'm going to say Over the Top.
Superman 4. With all the flying and effects, and Master of the Universe with all the, think of Master of the Universe and all the sci-fi elements and the flying and the makeup and the costumes.
I'm going to still say Over the Top, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Sylvester Stallone's salary.
Which, at that point, he'd only ever made $3 million a movie, right?
Yeah.
Right?
But still, because...
Sylvester Stallone, truck driving, arm wrestling, that was it.
Right. But, because Christopher Reeve really wanted that movie made, so I'm guessing he would have...
Well, he didn't. He signed on because it was the story that he wanted to do.
But I'm saying it's the story he wanted to do.
They still had to pay him.
No, I understand, but I can't imagine. I want to say it's either Superman or Over the Top, just because you have the Gene Hackman and Christopher Reeve in Superman.
Right. Well, you got to remember this was before all of the mega $1 million.
No, I know.
Contracts.
I understand.
The answer is Over the Top.
Yeah.
Over the Top was a $25 million movie.
Jesus.
Superman 4 was $14 million.
Jesus.
and I think Masters of the Universe was 17 million.
Wow.
But you were right. The reason why Over the Top was so big was because Sylvester Stallone, like, I think that he was the first $20 million movie guy.
Yeah.
And that changed Hollywood because then everybody wanted that much money.
So I'm scrolling through their movies right now.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them.
And there are so many.
I mean, there's got to be hundreds.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. And
they did Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Yeah. They did the Delta Force.
They did Delta Force. Mm-hmm. Death Wish 2, Death Wish 3.
Yeah, the whole Death Wish series, all the American Ninjas. One. Yeah, because that was the good one. Mm-hmm. Oh, they did all the Walker Texas Ranger movies. That's great.
Yeah.
Sinbad of the Seven Seas.
Yep. They did Hercules, the Lou Ferrigno Hercules.
Oh, did they? Oh, this is the different Snow White. No, that's not what I was thinking of. The Frog Prince, Puss in Boots. Look at all of these movies. This is insane.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's absolutely nuts.
This is insane. There's Over the Top.
They did Breakin', and then they did Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo. Yep.
Oh, dude, we could do an entire podcast that's based on these movies.
Yeah, I mean, you should see. You need to watch.
They did Life Force too.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh God, they loved nudity.
They did. Oh, and that was one of the things they were talking about too. Like that's how they grew up. Like those naked. They did the Last American Virgin was one of their first American
it looks
films.
like they did the Emmanuel series as well.
Oh yeah, they did, and they did the Bo Derek. Was
10?
it Boldalero?
Oh yeah,
that was after 10.
Yeah.
But that was the one she wanted to make because she wanted to do sexy nudity shit.
Yeah.
And she did, and
bless her.
Yeah.
Lady Chatterley's lover.
They talked to her in that they talked to her in this documentary and she still looks good.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
She's still a 10.
Oh yeah. Aw. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool.
Yeah, you should check it out. It's a little long.
All right.
And it's kind of hard to follow. It starts off really fast. And it's really hard because they have so many movies they have to talk about. But the way that the document, for me, it was jarring because it just happened and it was hard to understand a lot of what they were saying because of these accents and they kept jumping into movies and around. Like it wasn't a really slow setup, but it was perfect because that's exactly how this company worked.
Right,
so it fits perfectly.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, it's amazing. You should check it out.
All right,
Definitely check it out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's been sitting on my queue for a while, and I finally just sat down. I was like, fuck it.
Dude, 52 Pickup was my boob movie when I was a kid.
Really?
Oh, my goodness. I was like, because my dad had it on VHS.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I discovered it one day. I was like, there's a lot of boobs in this movie. I like this movie quite a bit.
All right, it's getting a little creepy here.
Quite a bit. Is it the way I'm saying it?
It is, yes.
but there's a lot of, I'm like, my God, there's so many boobs in this movie.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yes,
I am 12.
Yeah.
This is amazing. Mm-hmm. And it was funny because I would be like, oh, I'm going to watch because this was back in the day when you would tape more than one movie on a VHS tape. So I'm like, and Rambo 2 was on that same tape. So I'm like, oh man, I gotta watch Rambo 2. Mm-hmm. And they're like, all right, yeah, that's cool. I'm like, man, fast forward, 52 pickup, titties.
Man, that's a good. I don't even remember what my boob movie was back then.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I had any.
There was the longest time that I only associated Roy Scheider with boobs.
Oh, because of 52 pickup.
Because of everything I saw him in.
Right.
Jaws, boobs. 52 pickup, boobs.
Were there boobs in Jaws?
At the beginning, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No, it was...
The girl swimming.
But they were, blacked out, though.
Yeah, I could see.
You didn't see boobs.
I saw them.
That was a PG...
I saw them.
You wanted to see them so badly.
11-year-old me saw them.
You probably did see them in your mind's eye.
I did.
You weren't 11 when Jaws came out.
I don't know. However, the whole hell old I was when Jaws came out. But yeah, I was like, oh my God. So when Sequest came out on TV, I was like... how's this gonna work?
Do you think boobs on TV?
Yes, it was so associative of it. What was the movie where he played Fosse?
You wanted boobs and you got Jonathan Brandis.
I did. That's true.
And a talking dolphin.
I did. Oh, dude, the talking dolphin. I liked that show.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I really enjoyed that show.
Star Trek Underwater.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
That was probably the pitch too.
Yeah. All the DeLuises.
Oh yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh my God. So my band was on that show.
Sequest?
Sequest, yeah. Magadog was on Sequest.
Before you were
Before
with
I was
Maggot.
in it.
Okay.
Yeah, pre-me, they were on an episode of Sequest.
I have to hear the story.
They were a band in this cigarette speakeasy because they filmed it around Tampa and St. Pete.
Some of it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but like a chunk of it.
Yeah.
They filmed around the
Weren't
area.
they housed out of like Universal, I think?
Yeah. Because like the old St. Pete Pier was the headquarters, like that they were based out of and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they filmed it around there. So they had heard the band and were like, "Oh, you want to be in a TV show?" And they're like, "Yeah, I don't give a shit." So yeah, they're in and they're like an accredited member of the Sequest.
I gotta look that up.
Series. Yeah,
I'll have to look that up. That's really cool.
I've never seen it. I've never gone into like the
just
deep
the one
dive
episode?
just to see it. Yeah, it's just one episode. They're just the band in the speakeasy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I thought so.
I never knew that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't really bring it up because it's it sounds terrible.
How often
and
does it come up?
Right. But
It
you
has
guys
to
talk
happen
about
organically.
Yeah.
Here we
You
are,
talk
yeah.
about Sequest. I'm like, all right, well, I can now. I'll bring it up.
Right. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I forgot that they shot around here.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
There was a lot of TV shows that shot around here back in like the mid 90s.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's a couple movies too. What was that? Cop and a Half was shot around here.
Cop and a Half was shot here. They did a lot of Ocean's 11. We knew that.
Yeah. Was that 90s though, or is that early aughts?
I think it was the late 90s. I think it was like 99.
Oh.
I thought it was.
Yeah, I don't even know.
99. When were you in Gita?
Oh, I don't remember.
Because I remember because we went
Oh
with,
no, it was post aughts. It was not in the 90s.
Really?
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was like
Look that up for me.
2001, 2002.
No, it wasn't 2001. Had to have been 2000. I was still here. We went to that audition together.
2001.
Really?
Yeah.
That's when it came out.
So, I mean, 2000.
So it was filming here in 2000. So we're both right.
Yeah.
We're both right. Yeah, there were a lot of. Didn't they do Tropical Thunder? What was the speedboat one with Hulk Hogan?
Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
That
Yep,
they did.
that was filmed here.
That was filmed here and at Universal.
Yep.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Because they had like a beach at the time.
Yep.
Yep. There were a couple other ones.
Fucking Tropic Thunder. I never watched that show.
Oh, I did.
Did you really?
Because it was shot here.
Oh, yeah.
Because I wanted to make stuff. I wanted
Sure.
to be in that stuff. So
Yeah.
whenever anything was shot around here, I was like, oh, I could see where I
The
live on
movies.
television.
I can see the movies.
I could see the movies.
I could see the movies.
And then I moved to LA, and then everywhere was where I lived.
And then I was bored with it.
I never was.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I never ever. People ask me that all the time, like, "What'd you think about living in LA?" I'm like, I loved it.
Yeah.
And that's the response. Really? Yeah, man. Like, it was living in the land of movies. Like,
Yeah.
how could somebody like me not love it? Like, every
That's true.
day.
That's true.
Never got bored of it at all.
That's
Drove
fair.
by Warner Brothers every morning. Drove by NBC Studios every morning. It was like,
This is cool.
that's where they filmed the Tonight Show. That's awesome. There are the people waiting for the Tonight Show. And I never went to the Tonight Show. I don't know why I never went to the Tonight Show.
Because wasn't it the Leno Tonight Show?
It was the Leno Tonight Show.
Well, there you go. Now you've answered your question.
I did see Kimmel though.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh.
I wish I lived out there when Conan was shooting though.
Oh, yeah.
Conan's there now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. He shoots. I think he shoots on Warner Brothers, which I drove by every day. Yeah. I mean, I never, ever got tired of it. The land of movies. It was great. It was great. But yeah, they shot a lot of stuff around here in the 90s.
So I want to talk about something.
Okay. Well, this is a good outlet for that.
I know. I've been working on it.
That's why we do that here.
I think it's time.
What do you want to talk about, Dave?
Video game movies. And
Okay.
video games and just video games in general.
Okay.
Because I'm a gamer.
You are?
So I went to see the Final Fantasy orchestral concert
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that like last night, 2 nights ago?
a couple nights ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Went and saw it.
Yeah.
The wife got me tickets.
Oh, right on.
Yep.
Good for her.
Because she's awesome.
She's a good wife.
Yeah. She wifes well.
Yeah.
And went with me.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Now she's
Yeah.
a great wife.
Yes.
Although, something about live music in general is really cool.
Yes. So this is what I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Now I have espoused my love for the Final Fantasy score, and it has This is actually the 30th anniversary of Final Fantasy.
I have never played a Final Fantasy game,
right?
Unless you count Kingdom Hearts, which I don't. But I know the score. I know the music. Like it's fantastic.
It's iconic.
Yeah, it is.
Yes. So she'd never really heard it, but she's heard me talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
She's heard me, just gush over how much I love it. And so she went with me. She's like, well, I'll go with you. It's like, what am I going to expect? I'm like, nerds. You're going to see a lot of nerds. More nerds than you have ever seen at a Florida Orchestra concert.
Right.
I promise you it will be Nerd City.
It's probably true, yeah.
Yeah. And one of the things so we sit down, and Nobu, the guy that originally composed all the music, was one row ahead of me.
He was there?
He was there in the audience.
Oh, shit.
Right. So I get to watch it with the guy that composed all the music.
That's awesome.
Right. It was him, because they introduced him. So this guy, we're sitting there and we're like, oh yeah, the show's starting, claps and claps. And then this small Japanese man with long gray hair comes out, walks out and takes a bow. And I'm like, that's weird. Is that who I think it is? It wasn't billed as an appearance or anything like that.
Right.
He was just there. And people are losing their mind. I'm like, that can't. That is. Holy shit. That's the guy.
Yeah.
That's the actual guy. It's like watching fucking John Williams with John Williams.
Wow.
Yeah, it was so cool. So it was him.
You didn't realize that he was there at first, right?
Well, he was backstage.
Oh, okay.
Until he comes out.
And then he came and sat down.
Yeah, and then he came and sat down one row ahead of me.
Wow.
And I was like, okay. And he wasn't in the front row either. He was back and to the left. It was him,
back
one of the guys
left.
back, yeah,
back and to the left.
It was him, one of the guys from Square Enix, and one of this Japanese record label guys.
Wow.
Yeah, just chilling, watching the show
in St. Pete, Florida.
Yeah.
Wow.
But they've been doing this tour for 10 years.
Really?
10 years of Distant Worlds, which is the tour with the music.
Wow.
But so they don't have a program. They don't tell you what they're going to play. They kind of they'll figure it out, and then the guy that conducts, and it's his show, he's like, oh, we're going to do, how do you guys feel about 6? People are like, yeah, I fucking love 6. Final Fantasy 6 is my favorite. And it is my favorite. And he's like, well, we're going to do this song from 6. And you see, yeah.
Did he actually do that?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, but for every song.
Oh, okay.
So he's calling out the songs we're going to do, or he'd play a set of 2, and he'd call out all these songs, and people are losing their mind.
Yeah.
Just audibly, cheering when the song is announced. And I was like, oh my God. That's so I've never been to an orchestra concert where people are excited.
Right.
It's usually just a bunch of stuffy old white people just sitting there and clapping when Carmina Burana is finished. Oh, that's great. Oh boy. That's wonderful. I'm a huge fan. They all sound like the bear from the Muppets.
No, I got you.
Okay, slow and steady. Here we go. Very difficult. Oh boy. But it was awesome, and it was so it was a high energy atmosphere, and people are they would hit certain motifs in the show, and they're like, yeah, I love that motif.
Yeah.
And they end it on the.
It's like people cheering on a sporting event at an orchestra.
Kinda, yeah.
I love it.
It's like a rock concert ish.
Yeah.
Vibe. You play Skinner! Yeah, Freebird!
Yeah.
People scream, And so their encore is the one-winged angel from Final Fantasy VII, which is one of the big iconic pieces. Because they had the Tampa Chorale behind them as well. So there was a big full choir. So the orchestra was like, the conductor was like, all right, dude, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go. And this is the one time I'll ask you to really sing along, and it's the song you know. And he's like, so he has the entire crowd rehearse the Sephiroth, which is just the big, a very Carmina Burana. Now that I bring it up, actually, it's very much in that minor key, he's the bad guy. So you see him conducting everything, and then he just turns around and he's like, gah, gah, and just points to the crowd at the appropriate time, and the whole audience just screams, and.
The whole audience minus your wife.
Yeah. I don't know. Hold on one second.
Honey!
Yeah,
Did you sing along when they said the Sephiroth thing?
I did it, but I did it really quiet.
She did it, but she did it really quiet.
I didn't even know she was here.
Yeah, she's here. She did it, but she did it really quiet. She's like,
Weird about it.
she did feel weird about it. But big ups to you for participating.
I feel weird about like that audience participation parts of shows like that.
Really?
I do. I really do.
Unless you know it.
Even when I know it, like I feel
Really?
really weird. Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, I do.
But see, I was always that dude that loved singing in church too. I'm like, I'm gonna sing rings around all y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And guess what? Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at me. Wonder. Which is the worst attitude to have in church.
It really is.
It really is.
But it makes it more fun.
It does. It does. But it was absolutely, it was so cool. It was so amazing. Now, I'd been to video game concerts before.
Mm-hmm. But they do like a Link one, like a Zelda one.
Well, they do. So they have like particularly themed ones. They do like Pokemon ones. They'll do Zelda ones, and then they have just general ones where they do a mix of stuff.
Right.
And the last one I went to was a mix of stuff with a nephew because he's a big video game nerd and he likes that kind of stuff. So I'd kind of seen one before, but I'd never seen one with this like ferocity. Like people were so into it, and it was so cool. And the composer actually got up and sang with the choir for the encore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just like shuffled his way onto stage, and you see these people like in the guys in the section are like, what? Oh, sorry, yeah, here, come on up. And you see his head just like, boop, so, and gives the big thumbs up.
Nice.
Like we're gonna sing the Sephiroth thing. And it was great. It was awesome, and I think it really does. Like, you know, they're not writing a lot of classical pieces anymore, and you know, and the people have signaled the death of classical music for generations. Like, oh yeah, it's gone, it's never coming back, it's gone. But it's stuff like this that really helps sustain it. Like, especially with like such a passionate fan base.
Well, when they mention classical music, though, are they talking about like the music itself or how it's received? Because or the mechanism in which it's used.
Well, like people going to see orchestras,
Right.
like
Well, yeah.
state orchestras,
Right. I mean, it's gotta be. You gotta have a gimmick now. You gotta make it interesting. Like nobody wants to go here.
But people have been saying that, and then there's always this resurgence of it. Like it was dead and it was nothing, and then the '70s happened, and all of a sudden people are like, oh my god, I love Mozart again.
Right.
Yeah, like there's just this ebb and flow to it, and always
true.
have been.
That's
Like Clockwork Orange used a lot of like those classical themes and motifs, like, or just straight up the songs,
Right.
And people are like, oh my god, what are these songs? These are great songs. I have to listen to these. You know, it's a push and a pull.
I just enjoy going to see those live events. Like I'd go sit through some like Florida Orchestra shows of, you know, doing a Beethoven or Bach or any of the classical,
Yeah,
you know, orchestrators.
orchestrators. How do you stay so plugged in?
It's very hard.
I can imagine.
very hard.
It's very hard.
No, but I enjoy those events. You know, like I remember going to those when we were in middle school. You know, they would like take us to the
Where they
Florida
forced
Orchestra.
you to go?
Right, exactly. But I always kind of enjoyed it. You know, something about just live music is fantastic. We need to go back and talk about Dundee some more.
You want to talk about Dundee some more?
Because
Like
now,
how we totally called it and we're the best?
How we did call it, but they're taking it a step further now. They're still not admitting what it is.
Sure.
And now like Hugh Jackman is in on it.
Obviously.
Well, no, because they like had a scene. Like he tweeted out a scene from this little bit that he's a part of now.
Right. But they're thinking it's like the Australian Tourism Board.
Right. And last night I think they had like a gala where like all of the Australian stars were at.
Yeah,
so it's happening. But
Because Thor Hemsworth is like...
Thor Hemsworth.
What? You got Hunger Hemsworth, you got Thor Hemsworth.
Sure, yeah.
Thor Hemsworth.
Hunger Hemsworth. That's great.
Hunger Hemi and Thor Hemi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is because he's got a scene in it too. Mm-hmm. But he's like the head celebrity of the Australian tourism board
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
So people are like, come on. Like, we know.
Yeah.
We know. But he's supposed to be what's his name's son? His
The other guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not Dunk. It's Bruce?
Wally?
Wally. Yes, he's
Wally.
Wally's kid. He's supposed to be Wally's kid. Which I'm like, come on. Like,
It's hilarious.
it is. Oh, dude, it's a great commercial.
It's a great marketing gimmick.
It's a wonderful,
I love it.
wonderful
Love what
idea.
they're doing, and I love that we called it.
Speaking of great marketing gimmicks, fucking Reba McEntire as the new Colonel.
I'm sorry,
Oh, tell me you've seen this.
I have not seen this.
Holy shit, Reba McEntire is the new Colonel Sanders.
Their gimmick now with like having like a different person play the Colonel in
Yeah.
a different commercial is fantastic.
Oh, dude.
So Reba McEntire is the new
Reba
Colonel.
McEntire is the new, and she's got a whole song about it.
Fantastic.
Like,
Fantastic.
I'm just the Colonel. I'm not a woman. I'm not a famous country singer.
She's another one of those that like gets it.
Oh yeah, she
She doesn't
totally
take
gets
herself
it.
too seriously.
Yeah, she was in Tremors, for the love of God.
She
She
goes-
clearly does not take herself.
Yeah,
too
but that was
seriously.
before Tremors was what Tremors is.
No, but even so, like, but that was when Reba was like at the height of Rebaism.
I think that's when she was kind of like gaining her Rebaism.
Oh no, she was past fancy.
That was pre-Reba.
No, that was full Reba.
I don't know.
That was full. As a Reba aficionado,
That's what I said. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna defer
No.
to you.
Yeah, no, that was like peak Reba.
Right.
She was like peak Reba.
I would say peak Reba would have been with Reba the show.
No, that was her cashing in on peak Reba.
Okay. I would say, all right, so I think you're measuring Reba and like her music career when that subsect of fandom loved her.
Yes.
And then I'm judging it based on like mainstream.
Yeah, she was a mainstream country star. Yeah.
But not mainstream. There's a difference.
The woman
She
performed
broke
fancy.
through- Listen.
She is an icon, and I will stab you in your un-Reba loving gut.
Wait. First of all, let's be clear about this. I'm not saying that she's not an icon. I'm not saying that I don't love me some Reba. I'm just saying that she broke through the country to go mainstream.
For the love of God, I can just type in the word Reba in Google, and she is what comes up.
But it would not.
She owns a first name. She is the Madonna of country fucking music.
But she would not be Reba had she
She's
not crossed
literally
over.
at Reba on Twitter.
If she,
She has 4 characters in her Twitter name,
but
sir.
she would not have been at Reba had she not crossed over into the mainstream. That is my argument. That's all I'm saying.
We are literally like at the Matt and Dave show. Please let us have this Twitter account.
What is
She's at Reba.
okay?
4 characters.
Okay.
No.
We could be at Nads.
No, we can't. Mads is totally taken.
Well, whatever.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with
Reba.
you at all.
Reba.
I think you're just arguing for the sake of arguing now.
I really do like getting passionate about Reba McEntire.
I wasn't even disagreeing with you.
Reba.
She's great. I hope she does the new Tremors movie with Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, like 80s and 90s. Hold on, I'm curious. Yeah, she broke in the late 80s, early 90s.
And Tremors came out, what, 94?
I'm gonna tell you something. This is all her music. Tremors came out in 90.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So at the peak of Rebaism.
Yeah, at the peak of music Reba.
Right.
Yep.
And this is what took her over the top.
No, this is not what took her over the top. Her music thing, dude, get out of this show.
No.
Get out of this show.
No.
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 No. Get out of this show.
Matt and Dave show ends over Reba.
Over Reba fucking McEntire. And that's something that's worth. I will die on this hill.
That's fine.
I'm gonna die on this Reba hill. But anyways,
You'll be up there all alone.
I will be. I don't give a shit.
All alone.
That
You're starting to make me like dislike Reba now.
I don't give a
Just
shit.
because you're fighting me so hard on
I
her.
like fighting.
Oh, jeez.
Anyways, so she's the new Colonel,
That's great.
and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
And I even love in the budget. Have you seen the budget Colonel? So they have the budget Colonel Sanders where it's just some no-name actor and he's talking about how we're saving a whole bunch of money using a no-name actor for Colonel. And then you see like Wayne Knight like walks in as the Colonel. Is like, hey, I'm the new. He's like, get out. We can't afford that.
Not saving any money on Wayne Knight.
Exactly.
I mean, come on.
But it was funny. Like,
I love Wayne Knight.
but he's only in it for 2 seconds.
Right.
It's 2 seconds of Wayne Knight in this commercial.
You know what would have been great is they open a door and he was there dressed as the Colonel, and they would go, "Hello, Colonel."
Hello, Colonel.
It's a little Seinfeld joke for Seinfeld fans. Okay.
Not funny.
Anyway, yeah.
But yeah, Reba McEntire's the new fucking Colonel Sanders.
Wow. Well, for this commercial.
Right. But
still, that's
as of
fantastic.
right now.
You got to find that and post that to the Matt and Dave show.
Oh, it's already on there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh. That's probably why I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm too cool for my own Facebook
You
page.
are too cool for your own Facebook show. I respect that.
That's what I do.
It makes a lot of this very awkward, but I do kind of respect the fucking shit out of it.
No.
I do.
All right, so
Go ahead.
it's been a while since we've talked about remakes.
Has it? It's literally been a show and a
It's
half.
been at least a show.
A show and a half, maybe.
And now it's time to talk about the ultimate sin against remakes.
Which is?
The latest announcement of remakes. Go back down.
Oh,
That one right there.
You think it's that one?
I do.
You think that's the ultimate sin?
I do. I think it is the ultimate sin. There
Why?
are some movies that never need to be remade because they stand the test of time. And they can never be as good as what it is.
But here's the thing, and this is really me just arguing for the sake of continuing this conversation. I am fully on your side on this.
Okay.
So we're talking about Ryan Reynolds remaking Clue.
Signing a 3-picture deal with Fox.
Yep.
And the first thing that he's going to do is Clue. I guess as a producer and star. And he's also bringing the Deadpool writers with him to remake this movie.
So
We're big Clue fans.
we're massive Clue fans.
Massive Clue fans.
Tim Curry Clue is like just iconic.
We have even talked about trying to adapt Clue in our own special ways.
Yes, absolutely.
We've even gone so far as to contact Paramount, who has the rights for Clue.
Which clearly they don't give a shit about.
They have not contacted us back yet,
They have not.
but my phone still works. Paramount, so
Paramount.
please call me.
Randy Newman at Paramount called me.
At least I can get a response from Randy Newman.
That's fair.
Randy
That's
Newman
fair.
at least says no.
That's true, and that says a lot.
Paramount doesn't even say anything.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
So I respect the no more than I respect the nothing.
Agreed. So my counterpoint to this is, even if this is a big old fucking shit biscuit and shit sandwich heaven, even if that's the case,
Which I honestly don't think that it will be.
I don't think that it will be. But even if that is the case, does it really diminish? Does it make the original less?
No.
Like, does it ruin any part of this?
No, and that's kind of, I used to be in that school of thinking.
Right, and
But now
I'm not saying
no,
that
I don't.
I'm there.
No, I don't. I really don't. Like, it's just can we just stop? I just
agree.
want, like, I just want some original material.
Dude, I heard they were trying to bring back. So they're trying to bring back. Fucking CBS has like nothing anymore. They're bringing back Murphy Brown.
Yeah, saw that.
They're bringing back Cagney and Lacey.
Yep.
And
Magnum
fucking
PI.
Magnum PI. Why?
Because they're trying to cash in on this remake thing,
It's not.
Like, if you could get Tom Selleck to come back as Magnum PI,
Maybe.
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 Don't need to reboot it.
But you're
How's
not gonna-
MacGyver doing, by the way? Does anybody know how MacGyver is doing?
I hope it's canceled. Hold on.
Because that could be part of the problem. If MacGyver is doing well, then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, that is on CBS too.
It is. That's I know.
It does look like it's still running.
And they're bringing back Greatest American Hero,
Yeah, I knew that.
but
too.
as a female.
I'm fine with that.
I mean, that doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But that just goes to show that they're actually rebooting it, not like a sequel series.
Seasons 2 critical response. It's sitting at a 25% rotten on
Can
Rotten
I
Tomatoes.
get a Simon and Simon remake? That would be great.
No, dude.
How about a Fall Guy remake?
Oh, Fall Guy. Yeah, I mean, there's shows that you could remake.
Dukes of Hazzard. I'd love to see them try to do Dukes of Hazzard. How in the hell would you do Dukes of Hazzard?
Yeah.
You know what you wouldn't do?
Yeah.
You wouldn't cast Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah. Who would you cast?
In Dukes of Hazzard?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Television show or movie?
Television show. We've seen the movie.
Set present day?
Yes.
I don't think it works present day. Does it? Maybe it does. I don't know.
I think that'd be part of the challenge. Like, how would you set it in the present day?
That's a good question.
Would they be smuggling weed?
That's a good... No, you don't need to smuggle weed anymore.
But you do, because it's state to state right now.
It's true.
Like, there would be, like... Which is kind of what the original premise was.
And even
like,
the feds are trying to get in on it now.
Yeah.
But we don't have to go there.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, base it in Colorado.
Hazard County, Colorado?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
No, you wouldn't need him in Colorado.
Yeah. No, yeah. It would still be based on that, but it would be weed.
I still think weed is too taboo to put on primetime television. Unless it's a Netflix series.
I don't know.
Okay, yes. Dukes of Hazzard, the Netflix series.
Okay.
Okay. They're smuggling weed
Okay.
from Colorado to where?
Hazard County.
But where? No, because they have to live in Hazard County.
Oh.
So it's Hazard County, Colorado.
Oh, no, okay,
But then the redneck thing doesn't work.
No. Clearly never been to rural parts of Colorado. Or rural parts anywhere. There's rednecks everywhere.
It's true.
No.
It's not the same. That's not the same as Hazard, Georgia.
No, it would have to be Hazard County, Georgia.
Okay.
It would still be the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
And they have their own little, like, weed farm that they're trying to, like... It's their own grow operation. Really, it'd just be like a...
So the Dukes of Hazzard or the Redner of Hazard?
Yes.
It's a Florida joke, sorry.
Yes. But no, like, so they'd be trying to, like, smuggle it out. Because that's what, like... Because he had his own shine operation. Didn't Uncle Jesse have his own shine?
He did?
Yeah, so it'd be them having their own, like, little grow house, and they're smuggling it to different parts.
All right. Okay.
So Uncle Jesse could still be Willie Nelson. My God,
but what is
amazing.
the car, though?
Make it a new Charger.
Yeah, but you can't call it the General Lee.
You call it the General Grant.
How would you call it the Reagan?
The Reagan.
That's less controversial.
I don't know.
The Bush.
You can call it the General
The Bush.
No,
Doing weed runs. Think about that.
No, it would have to be something.
The Bush doing weed runs. That's
Man,
hilarious.
I don't know how you get around that whole Confederacy thing.
You don't. You
You
can't.
can't. It would have to be the General Lee still. It just wouldn't have the fucking.
I don't think you could remake it.
I don't think it works.
Nope.
Now that it.
Nope.
There's
just
gotta
some
be a
things-
way, though.
There's just some things you just can't get. You can't. Think about it this week, and we'll talk about it next week.
The Stonewall Jackson? I don't know.
The Stonewall.
Yeah, but
Stone-
it's still
The wall. No, doesn't work.
No.
The Jackson. No, that doesn't work.
No,
That
no.
definitely doesn't work.
Damn it.
You can't. You can't
Yeah,
remake
we
Dukes of
can't.
Hazzard.
You can't do it.
But you know what you can remake?
What?
Chips.
Didn't they just do that
They
in
just
movie
did a movie.
form?
Yeah, but let's make it a TV show.
How was the movie?
I didn't see it.
I didn't see
but
it
it didn't
either.
do well.
No.
Which is sad because I like Dak Shepard and Michael Pena.
Yeah.
I like those two guys.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
I mean, on paper, it's like, yeah, all right, let's make a Chips movie.
Yes.
I don't know. I think the remakes, I think the silly remakes, like the Baywatches.
Yeah,
and
I think they were like
that-
7 years too late on that Chips movie.
Probably. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'd say like if you had done that like 2010,
Possibly.
you could have like
You could have
pulled that
cashed
off.
in on the Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah.
So maybe about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Would have been good. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so the Clue remake is happening.
Yes.
And I'm not happy about it. No, it does not diminish the original. The original will still be there. You can still love the original. I think now the problem with the remakes is just that I think I would much rather them. I don't want the new audiences to miss out on the opportunity to see Clue. I think in maybe 20 years, 30 years, maybe it does diminish it because people will think, oh, Clue, that movie sucked.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, that's a fair argument. That's a fair argument.
Let's take what's good. Let's just focus on, I don't know. Let's just focus on that.
Focus on
the original. What's good? We know that the original's good. That's the way that it should be. You know what's original?
What's original?
The Matt and Dave Show.
No, it's not even original.
We are original. There's no other Matt and Dave.
I want this pregnant pause to really elicit how high my eyebrows are on my head right now.
You can't. This is original. You can't recreate this.
Oh, but you just said the words Matt and Dave like they're original. Like it's me copywriting. That's hot. That's hot. And speaking of hot,
We're out of time.
yeah, I don't know. It was a good segue.
All right. We'll see you next time.
We love you. We miss you. Like, share, subscribe on Spotify and shit.
That's what I was trying to get to.
I know.